Farmington in the nightcap. And Jamie, it's interesting that both double headers tonight and tomorrow had rematches from last year's semifinals. Littleton and Woodsville, and Groveton and Newmarket.
Yep.
Josh Roby is the guy to watch. Last time you and I saw Profile together, he went off for 47 points against Littleton in a 5-point win. Leslie comes off a screen, tried to reverse direction, and it's knocked out of bounds. So you got to figure that the main issue tonight for the Patriots will be to stop Josh Roby, but then you have to worry about, among others, Alex Leslie.
Yeah, they're one heck of a 1-2 combination, and the thing is they put at least 2 to 3 other kids out there at all times that can hit shots. So be interesting to see. Farmington looks like they're content with playing man. I didn't know if they would try to do something different, maybe just to mix things up.
Long three there by Carson Roby, no good as the rebound is grabbed by Zapala. And Hadges hit that first shot for the Tigers. Unbelievable for me, Jamie. This is the third time I've seen Farmington. I've never seen them play in 3 years. This is the third time I've seen a Farmington team play in the last 8 days.
Yeah, that's rarity. We don't see them play very often.
Great strong move to the basket by Murphy. In that game the other night against Colebrook, Murphy scored the first 6 points for Farmington. Then he found himself in foul trouble and didn't do anything again until the fourth quarter, but he really came alive in that fourth quarter. Josh Roby gets into the paint, quick switch. Now he's double teamed and has it stolen from him. 2 turnovers now for Profile. And we didn't really find out a whole lot about that game. It could very well have been that Farmington was missing a few guys in that game, or who knows what the case is. A 3-pointer by Place. Long rebound grabbed by Josh Roby. Or it could have just not been their night, maybe.
Yeah, and, this game starting off a lot quicker pace. I would have thought Farmington would have tried to slow the game down, because I think the faster this pace, even if it works for a few minutes, I think it's going to benefit Profile tremendously.
And the ball's knocked out of the hands of Josh Roby, and he doesn't like the call. And we're going to see Riley Plant replaced by Caden Wakeham. And really, this is their lineup.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Wakeham tends to come off the bench, but he certainly gets starter minutes.
And I thought to myself, after watching this Farmington team play, that Cody Brzee might be the guy to guard Josh Roby, and he has been on him so far early. That one rattles in and out and grabbed by Wakeham on the rebound.
See, Profile similar to Littleton as far as they can put up a lot of points and they can do it in a hurry. Like I said, right now you've got 5 guys that can score.
Nice finger roll there by Alex Leslie, and he cuts the lead in half.
And Profile usually sits in this 2-3 zone. They'll play a little bit of man, and they'll extend their zone up into like a 1-2-2 a little bit. But, if any team really wants to slow the game down, I think they're going to be able to do it.
Baseline move by Zapala, and he tries to feed it across for Murphy, and that's out of bounds. That's the first turnover for the Tigers. Profile has been playing. Their games have been a lot closer as the season has worn on. They had a lot of huge wins early in the season, but teams playing them a little bit tighter in the second portion of the schedule. Leslie goes to the basket, goes by Zapala, misses the layup, and Clough has his shot blocked, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Murphy.
Clough looked like he was hit on there. I think the Tigers got away with one there.
Zapala in that game against Colebrook also had a big game. Murphy was great in the fourth quarter, but Zapala kind of kept them in it. 3 from the corner by Roby, a little bit long, and Hadges will grab the rebound. And a nice behind-the-back move by Place. A ball fake, gets it up, no good, but he draws the foul. Mitch Roy trying to get into the ear of the official. Maybe he'll get a call later down the line. Isn't that a lot of time that's a strategy of coaches, just looking to get a call later down the line?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm sure he felt like Clough was hit on that last one down there and didn't get the call, and and then Place ends up getting it down at this end.
Place scored a lot early in that game against Colebrook as his second free throw rattles out as Wakeham will grab the rebound. So it's now 5-2 in favor of the Tigers. Here just 4 minutes in, and a travel will be called on Leslie.
Yeah, I think if I was the Tigers, if I was Coach Thurston, I'd have, whoever's guarding Leslie, I'd back off him a little bit. And then I'd have whoever's guarding Clough stay right in the paint for help because Leslie is very quick for a big guy.
Mitch Roy, the head coach for Profile, assisted by Jeff Woodward and John Roby. Adam Thurston leads the way with Tanner Gibbs and Nolan Cretion as his assistants. Fed to Murphy. Wakeham on him. And Hadges fakes a shot, gets hit in the head as he throws the little finger roll up. And it's 7-2. Clough for Wakeham. Oh, great backdoor cut by Leslie, who banks it up and good, and it's 7-4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hadges was, he was right up tight up on top of the key on Clough, and I think if you're going to have Profile beat you at something, it's got to be, I think Clough's the one I'd have say, hey, congratulations if you're the one that hits all these shots and beats me, but I think you got to keep Leslie and Roby in check.
Ball is stolen from Brzee, but he steals it back, and then a tie-up with Jackson Clough. Now it'll be Lucas Watson coming in. He will replace Brzee. Watson didn't play the other night until very late in the game, in the second half, but he's making an early entrance here tonight. At this point, I think Farmington had 4 fouls already against Colebrook in that game the other night. They really got a lot of fouls called on them in the first half. Watson now feeds to Zapala, now back to Watson. And that pass looked like it was knocked out of the hands of Hadges.
Well, a lot of their passes are just off the, out of reach of the Patriots. They're right there with it.
And almost stolen by Roby from Hadges, but he regathers it. Again, no shot clock in high school ball, so you can take as long as you want.
See, I think this benefits. Ooh, nice, tough pass. Nice pass there, too.
Watson off the hands of Zapala and out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that slowing it down like that is what the Tigers really need to do.
Well, the first game, Woodsville just was hitting shots like crazy in the first quarter. We're only at 7-4 as we're up to about the 2-minute mark. Wakeham, spin move, but he lost the handle, so he goes back to Roby. And he tries to go by Watson, and a little run by, and he lays it up and good. So those are the first points by Josh Roby. I doubt it will be the last ones.
No, I wouldn't think so. And again, no help defense there is there, but it got there too late to make a difference.
Murphy feeds to Place in the high post. Hadges. Now across for Watson. Hadges had the shot, but then he kind of walks himself into a double team. 3 by Watson. A little bit long. And Zapala. They're going to call a foul. Wakeham looked like he shoved off on Zapala, but then he got fouled right after that. And that'll be on Murphy, his first. So Clough comes out, and coming in now is Danny Burnell. Burnell's the goalkeeper on the soccer team for the Patriots this year. He made it to the state semifinal. Burnell had 2 shutouts in the first 2 rounds, and then they ran into a buzzsaw in Epping.
Yeah, I've seen the Patriots probably 3 times this year, maybe 3 or 4 times, and I don't think I've seen them get in the game yet.
Well, that makes 2 of us. And stolen by Roby right back after the steal by Elwell, and that's blocked by Hadges. But the rebound is grabbed by Josh Roby. Seven to 6 as we're down to the last minute. Roby goes by Watson, gets the runner up, no good, and he draws a foul. And a hit on the arm there by Demery Hadges. Noah Elwell, Jamie, he came into the game. He missed a couple of threes early, but in the fourth quarter, he had a couple of huge threes against Colebrook to get them back into the game. And again, another guy you don't see very often for profile, that's Noah Francis. It looks like he might be trying to conserve his team's energy for the later stages of the game. And Roby hits 1 of 2, and we're now tied at 7. Murphy.
The thing with these kids off the bench, they're going to hustle like crazy.
Oh, Murphy, just a good little up and under move and strong to the basket. He's got 4. Hadges has 4, and it's 9-7. So the way this first quarter has gone, it would be disappointing, I think, for Farmington to not have the lead. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean a lot. But a 3 would give Profile the lead to end this quarter.
I think you know which 2 you gotta guard here, that's for sure.
Baseline move into the corner for a 3, and that's good by Burnell.
Big shot.
And fires it up at the other end, trying to hit a basket at the buzzer. And Profile is leading by the score of 10-9.
The Dutch Treat Restaurant in Franconia. Proudly call at 603-616-9164 to get a quote today.
All right, back to action here for the second quarter. 1-point lead by the Profile Patriots. It's Danny Burnell, huge 3 to end that quarter. Carson Roby back out for Wakeham, who pulls up from the free throw line, and the line drive shot is just off the mark and grabbed by Aiden Place on the rebound.
And Coach Thurston's probably wondering who Burnell is also, because I'm sure he hasn't seen him in any of the games we've covered, or if he has, it's been right at the very end, never in, first quarter of a game. But a big basket for him.
Murphy holding. And a turnaround by Hadges. He'll pull up with the little runner, no good, and they're going to call a foul on Murphy for going over the back there.
That'll be his second foul.
Like I said, he had problems with fouls in the game against Colebrook the other day, and that was the last thing they wanted, was for him to take a second foul. I mean, it was an aggressive attempted play, but they need him on the floor.
Yeah, and if I'm Profile, I'd go right at him right here.
Hand it off to Leslie, who draws a foul. It looks like it'll be on Place, and I think that's going to be a shooting foul. Members of the Army National Guard don't give up, and they do whatever it takes to achieve success. Find your success in the Army National Guard. Visit nationalguard.com/New Hampshire.
The Farmer's Kitchen, conveniently located at 444 New Hampshire Route 11 in Farmington. New Hampshire is serving up the best breakfast and lunch around. Open 7 days a week, the Farmer's Kitchen was voted the best breakfast in the Lakes region by New Hampshire Magazine for the last 5 years.
11-9.
I've actually been to that restaurant, Jonathan. It is very good.
See, there's truth in advertising.
Yep.
Hadges into the corner for Brzee, and quick tic-tac-toe passing underneath, but Burko missed the easy shot, and grabbing the rebound is Wakeham.
Yeah, and if you're the Tigers, you can't, you're not going to get away with missing shots like that against this team.
And Roby runs right into a double team, almost got a 5 count on him.
Yeah, Murphy's got to be careful up there too.
The winner of this game will play Littleton, who had a 1-point win in the opener. Baseline move by Leslie across, good ball movement. Wakeham for 3, in and out. Burko taps the rebound out of bounds. He's wondering why it wasn't called out of bounds on Leslie, but Burko not getting the call. 11-9 with 6:08 remaining here in quarter number 2. I'm Jonathan Zisman along with Jamie Lesperance from Bedford High School near Manchester. Great entry pass and knocked down by Leslie. And no doubt this kid can play.
Yep, good cut right there by him.
And that foul will go on Preston Burko.
Jenkins Screen Printing and Embroidery, a local New Hampshire business specializing in custom apparel. Whether it's personal or business needs, Jenks always keeps you looking great. We love our sports and are always happy to help the community. Reach out to our Facebook page or call today. Get started. Go Tigers.
Cody Brzee got behind the defense. I think got clobbered as he went to the basket. And that foul will go on Alex Leslie. His first. I won't repeat what the fans are yelling right there, but it's kind of amusing. 13-10. And Brzee has that one roll in, and
oh man, that was a bad call from here, Jonathan. Boy, I feel for that kid. That's unless he pushed him, but boy, but I guess you got 2 fouls. You can't even you got to really back off or something there. But that was tough. That one official really, he's called the last 3 fouls against Farmington. That one guy.
So Murphy now in trouble with 3 fouls as he comes to the bench. Actually, let's see. Yeah, he came out for Watson again. Back outside for a 3 by Roby, and that's good.
Yeah, again, if you're going to help off any of these guys, it's got to be Plant out of this lineup right here. You can't. Carson Roby's going to kill you almost all day long.
Watson is out there with Hadges, Brzee, Place almost stolen there. Good heads-up try by Riley Plant, who's back in the game. And Zappala's out there as well for profile. They have the Robies, Plant, Wakeham, and Leslie.
Yeah, Plant does a very good job defensively for the Patriots. He's always very active and stuff.
6-1 here in this quarter by profile. Hadges beats the corner, faking the 3 is Brzee, and he's going to be called for a walk. And we'll have a timeout called by Coach Adam Thurston. He really has to re-rack this stuff now.
Jenks Screen, printing and embroidery. Oops. Cardinal and Glidden Oil Company is your local family-owned and operated home heat and oil service company, serving Farmington, Rochester, Milton, New Durham, and surrounding areas. Find out more at cardinalglidden.com. New England Furniture is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Seacoast for over 50 years. No gimmick, everyday low prices, no pressure, no commission sales, always free delivery and setup. Visit us on Route 11 Farmington or shop online newenglandfurniture.net. Come in once and you'll be a customer for life. New England, let us make your home beautiful.
From free checking to the right savings account for your whole family, Service Credit Union is there for all your financial needs. Learn more at servicecu.org/NHIAA. 5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. It's a 6-point lead for profile. Roby from 3, a little bit long, and the rebound grab by Hadges, and they're going to call a foul on Carson Roby. For the reach in. So Farmington with Murphy on the bench, probably for the remainder of this half at least.
Yeah, I mean, unless this stats getting way out of hand, I think if you're Coach Thurston, you have to sit him. His profile extending their defense a little bit. Nothing really, though. Not a lot of pressure there.
He did a nice job slowing the game down, but they've actually kind of taken Josh Roby out as Zapala gets the turnaround and he banks it in. So that's their first basket in quite a while.
Yeah.
It's now 16-12. Roby just came out, Carson Roby that is, and he was replaced by Jackson Clough. 3 by Josh Roby, and that's good. He has 6. Leslie has 7. And the lead is now at 19-12. It's as big as it's been for the Patriots. Place. He was a big deal in the first half of the game against Colebrook, but he's not done much so far tonight. Hadges with the turnaround, banks it in. He has 6.
I think if they're patient, they're going to get anything they want inside the paint, that's for sure. I mean, it's pretty wide open in there. It's where they got to make up their mind on who's going to
Great feed for Clough. It was blocked by Zappala, but Clough grabbed his own rebound and he banks it up no good.
Good work by Clough, though. Just didn't get it to drop.
3:24 to go. 5-point lead for the Patriots. Hadges with the turnaround. Front iron no good. Tapped around and grabbing it out of there is Plant.
Yeah, I think at this end of the floor, if you're the Tigers, you don't have to, you can really concentrate on Wakeham, Leslie, and Roby, and let Plant and Clough be the ones to beat you. Not saying they can't, but if you have a choice, that's I think that'd be the preference.
Well, certainly those guys have proven that they can beat you. Hadges was fouled on the reach-in by Leslie. That might be his second, if that was on him. Carson Roby's going to come back in for Riley Plant. Leslie does have 2 fouls. And missing the layup was Zappala. He tries again, no good. He'll try a third time, blocked by Clough.
Like I said, those are the shots you can't afford to miss against the Patriots.
Each team now with 4 fouls, so we'll shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. Leslie goes to the basket, blocked by Zappala, but grabbing his own rebound there was Alex Leslie. Zappala now has 3 blocks. And almost stolen from behind by Hadges, and now trying to go to the basket, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Demery Hadges. And that will be his first, but now going to the free throw line will be Caden Wakeham. Wakeham, you could see his progress from last year over the course of this season, as that's up and no good.
Yeah, he's turned into a pretty good player.
And he gets 1 out of 2. That's his first point of the ball game. And it's now a 6-point lead. Pretty low-scoring game here in the nightcap.
Which I think benefits the Tigers. Profile's shown this year that teams that have slowed the game down a little bit have, they've still been able to win.
Tried a backdoor cut there, and Brzee couldn't handle the pass. It was a little high. Once again, let's reset the lineup for both teams. The Robies, Wakeham, Plant, and Clough against Zappala, Brzee, Hadges, Place, and Watson. Into the paint goes Roby with the lace, drops it down there for Clough, who banks it in, and he's fouled.
Good finish by Clough. Good penetration by Josh Roby.
Of course, as we mentioned, the winner of this game will play Littleton Saturday at Colby Sawyer College. And he misses the free throw, and Hadges is able to grab the rebound out of there. 4 rebounds now for Demery Hadges to go along with his 6 points and his block. He gets into the paint, gets the runner up, and can't quite get it to fall, and it's grabbed by Leslie. Good baseline move by Leslie, and he's going to draw a 2-shot foul. 8-point lead now for Profile.
Dana's Collision Repair. For years, vehicle owners have made our second-generation collision repair shop in Farmington, New Hampshire, their only source of auto bodywork. Dana's Collision Repair has satisfied thousands of happy customers over the years and are ready to satisfy you. Find us online at danascollisionrepair.com and see for yourself why everyone calls Dana's Let's Go Tigers. Littleton Regional Healthcare is proud to support our local student athletes for sprains, strains, concussions, cuts that require stitches. Littleton Urgent Care is open daily 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. No appointment needed.
Well, Jamie, if anything, Profile is allowing Farmington to stay in with their inability to hit free throws here in the first half.
Yeah.
Brzee for 3. And tried to bank that in, no good, but Plant grabs the rebound. Josh Roby hands off to Leslie. down the last 45 seconds. Wakeham gets into the paint, gets the runner up, and it does not fall. Rebound there by Elwell. It's back on the floor. Elwell.
If I'm Farmington, even though I'm down right now, I'm holding for one shot.
Trailing by 6 or 5 at halftime is not a huge issue, but then they turn it over. Now Josh Roby with Brzee on him. He gets the runner up, no good. Brzee grabs the rebound down to the last 14 seconds.
Well, let's see if they hold it this time.
And throwing up a wild three was placed, no good. And trying to push it up quickly is Leslie. He'll take a shot from the free throw or from the midcourt line to end the half, and that will do it. So a pretty low-scoring first half. 10 and 12 for Profile, 9 and 5, 10 and 12 for Profile, 9 and 5 for Farmington, 22-14 at the end of the first half.
I think the key for Farmington is you got to keep it. You got to keep it under 10 going into that fourth to have a chance.
They were trailing Colebrook by 10 points going into the fourth quarter, and they ended up winning that game. And that ball's a turnover on the pass, a missed pass by Hadges. And up ahead for Clough, who manages to get away from a triple team and pull it back out again. Leslie fakes the three, gets into the paint.
See, and I think I'm giving. I would have given Leslie the three. If he hits it, he hits it. But you definitely got to sit on his right hand. You got to sit on Wakeham's right hand. If you let him go right, they're both very tough to stop.
4 blocks now for Zapala, and I'm not sure if they call double dribble or travel on that one, but it's a turnover regardless.
Yeah, I called travel. You know, another key for Farmington is you can't have one of your big guys get that third foul.
Murphy already has 3, but he's back on the floor. Both teams with their starting lineups on the floor. Actually, that's not true. Caden Wakeham is the only difference from the starting lineups. He's in there instead of Plant. But he generally gets most of the playing time anyway.
Yeah. So there you go. I think if Wakeham's going to go left, I'd keep him going that way. Leslie, rather. I'd do the same thing with Wakeham. I'd do the same thing with Roby, even though Roby can go both hands. You know, he tends to keep that right foot out when he shoots. So I think it'd be a more difficult shot going to his left. He can certainly make it, but it'd be a little bit more difficult. If I'm Farmington, I'm happy right now. I'd let him take this ball out there.
Almost stolen from Roby, but he manages to regain. Caden Wakeham being watched by Murphy. He ties a crossover, gets the runner up. No good. Offensive rebound by Leslie, though, and he banks it home. Zapala thinks he got fouled on that one. Leslie now with 9. And lobbed across. Good athletic catch there by Murphy. He gets the runner up. He short-armed it, and grabbing the rebound is Wakeham. Quickly pushed up ahead. A long 3 by Carson Roby, and it's a bit long. Demery Hadges now has 6 rebounds in the ball game. He looks for a lane, gets the runner up, and he manages to rattle it home. He's got 8, and it's 24-16. An extremely low-scoring game considering its profile. And going right to the basket, getting the runner up, no good, is Roby.
Presby Energy Incorporated is a family-owned and operated business that is deeply rooted in the North Country. We deliver home heat and fuels, including oil, kerosene, and diesel. Presby Energy strives to provide a level of service that fully satisfies the customer's needs and exceeds their expectations. Check us out online at presbyenergy.com or call 603-823-5298. Franconia Base Camp has everything you need to stay comfortable and safe on your next winter outdoor adventure. From micro spikes, down tough socks, ski goggles, local guidebooks and maps, to gently used ski gear, snowshoes, fat tire bikes, winter apparel, and ice skates. Visit them at 262 Main Street in Franconia. Franconia Base Camp wishes the best of luck to the Patriots.
Convenient MD is your go-to for quality urgent care. Reliably fast treatment that gets you back in the game. With 40 locations and counting, you're never far from the care you need. Find a clinic at convenientmd.com. Wakeham pulls it back out. Farmington has turned it over a lot here at the beginning of the second half. Wakeham gets the little drop step, no good, and Clough managed to knock back the rebound. And it is now an 11-point lead for the Patriots. And reaching in for the steal is Leslie. He anticipated that one nicely. And, he tried to jam it and he missed it. And a Place grabs the rebound.
I see a kid do that in the championship game that came back to, they ended up losing to Littleton. A kid from Portsmouth Christian actually did it.
And Sean Murphy hits a three, and I'm wondering, they're all coming over to kind of console Alex Leslie for that one. 27-19 is the score.
New England Furniture is family owned and operated, proudly serving the Seacoast for over 50 years. No gimmick, everyday low prices. No pressure, no commission sales, always free delivery and setup. Visit us on Route 11 Farmington or shop online newenglandfurniture.net. Come in once and you'll be a customer for life. New England Furniture, let us make your home beautiful. The Dutch Treat Restaurant in Franconia, New Hampshire proudly supports Profile Varsity Basketball. Stop in for a delicious hand-tossed pizza after the big game. Cheers, Profile. Reckless Brewing Company has been proudly serving up the best food and drinks in the Bethlehem area since 2016. With a well-diversified menu, there is something for everyone. Open for indoor seating and offer takeout as well as delivery. Stay up to date with their menus, events on social media or on their website, recklessbrewing.com.
Jamie, our partners at the Granite State Dairy Promotion are awarding $100 monthly to chocolate milk champions across our state, in addition to 2 $1,000 scholarships in the spring. Apply at nhiaa.org. So off of that timeout, Adam Thurston now has used 2 timeouts in the first 3.5 minutes of the second half. One thing about this scoreboard is it tells us about timeouts, which is always convenient. The runner up by Carson Roby, no good, and Place grabs the rebound. Sean Murphy, who just hit that three a moment ago, runs into a double team, and a foul's going to be called on Carson Roby. And we're going to see Riley Plant back in the ball game, and he will replace Carson Roby. One thing Josh Roby has managed to do is not have one foul called on him so far.
He doesn't usually get many called against him. I don't know if I've ever seen him in foul trouble.
Hatches has the ball stripped by Roby, and that's the fourth turnover here in the second half, third quarter that is, by the Tigers. Nice feed for Plant, who goes up and under and lays it up and good. Heck of a move there by Plant. You get the defenders up in the air, lead back up to 10. Should have kept the box score of that game against Colebrook. I think Murphy had about 10 points in that fourth quarter, and he's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, I don't know about that call either. That official there has really hurt Farmington a lot tonight.
Yeah, 5 turnovers here in the first 4.5 minutes of this third quarter. We're going to see Watson and Elwell back in the ball game here in a minute. Three-pointer by Wakeham. Front iron no good, and another rebound by Hatches. He has 7 rebounds to go along with his 8 points. Murphy feeds baseline, and it's stolen by Wakeham. Hard to get back in the game when you
turn the ball over. Yeah, that's a tough way to do it, that's for sure.
Leslie puts the ball on his hip and loses control. That's the first turnover by Profile. They only have 7 behind. The back move by Hatches. He gets the runner up, no good. And Clough grabs the rebound. Oh,
intentional foul, I would think.
Hatches just shoved Clough to the ground. And Adam Thurston seems to be more annoyed at the fact that a foul wasn't called on him.
Yeah, and one official was calling a regular foul. I think the other guy is trying to say it was intentional.
And we're going to see Preston Burko back in the ball game. Hatches comes out, wholesale changes. Hatches Place and Berzee are out. Burko, Elwell, and Watson back in.
Yeah, he's lucky. That should have been an intentional foul. A two-handed shove like that. Very lucky.
It's also his fourth foul.
Yeah, you got to be smarter than that. I know you get frustrated at times, but.
In and out by Roby, and the rebound grab there by Elwell. So Zapala feeds now to Elwell. 4 fouls on Hadges, 3 on Murphy. That was a problem Farmington had the other night, and the ball is almost stolen by Plant, and they're going to call it a tied-up ball, it looks like.
Wow, I thought maybe they got Plant with a reach-in on that.
From sports banquets to senior night, Yard Greetings makes any occasion even more memorable. Let New England Yard Greetings spell out your personalized messages. Learn more at newenglandyardgreetings.com. 29-19 with a minute and 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Profile sometimes scores 29 points in a quarter.
Yeah, they can score a lot in a hurry, that's for sure.
Right move. Just turning on the Jets was Alex Leslie.
Yeah, again, you let him go right, he's going to kill you all night.
As a matter of fact, I remember Mark Collins referring to a game against Profile for Groveton as a layup clinic for Alex Leslie.
Yeah.
And a foul will be called for the reach-in, and that'll be, take it back, timeout called by Adam Thurston.
Educators First Mantor Agency, Horace Mann Insurance, is a proud sponsor of area high school basketball in the North Country. We are an experienced family agency that offers personal insurance options in northern New Hampshire and Vermont. Please give Brian or Lisa a call at 603-616-9164 to get a quote today. The Farmer's Kitchen, conveniently located at 444 New Hampshire Route 11 in Farmington, New Hampshire, is serving up the best breakfast and lunch around. Open 7 days a week. The Farmer's Kitchen was voted the best breakfast in the Lakes region by New Hampshire Magazine for the last 5 years.
You're watching live coverage of Farmington versus Profile on the NFHS Network. The NFHSnetwork.com is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of high school sports. From live games to full game replays to highlights, it's all there at NFHSnetwork.com. 1:16 remaining here in quarter number 3. A 12-point lead right now for the Patriots. Murphy being watched well outside the three-point line by Riley Plant. He tries to get around him, and we're going to call a foul. It looks like on Burnell.
Jenks Screen Printing and Embroidery, a local New Hampshire business specializing in custom apparel. Whether it's personal or business needs, Jenks always keeps you looking great. We love our sports and are always happy to help the community. Reach out to our Facebook page or call today to get started. Go Tigers. 2
fouls on Riley Plant as we're down to the last minute. Zapala take a 12-footer, a little bit long, but Burko grabs the offensive rebound. He feeds Zapala, who gets it back up and good. So 4 for Dylan Zapala. He's got 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 blocks in this game. 31-21, and right to the basket goes Leslie again. And it is now 33-21. We're down to the last 30 seconds. Murphy gets the runner up and banks it home. He's got 9. 33-23, down to the last 20 seconds. I think Mitchell Roy just signaled to hold for the final shot.
Yeah, they're going to have to. That was a tough shot right there.
And Zapala grabs the rebound. And Riley Plant.
Oh, here's holding Plant's arm too. I think Plant's got a good argument there.
And Noah Francis and Clough are going to come back in as we're down to the last 9.7 seconds. You can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at NFHSnetwork.com. The digital copy is also available for purchase. Just click the digital copy button under the event video player to download today's broadcast directly to your device. Into the paint goes Place, and he gets fouled with 4.3 seconds to go, but both teams are well under the limit. Another switch of players. They're going to take Leslie out. They don't want him grabbing an extra foul for no reason.
No, this will be huge if the Tigers can get a basket here, that's for sure.
Murphy takes the lob pass. He'll pull up from 3, and a little bit long as the rebound lands in the hands of Noah Francis, and that will do it. 11 for Profile in that quarter, and 9 for Farmington. So it's 33-23. Being brought to you in part by Hadlock Group Best Insurance, giving back to the youth and athletic programs throughout New England. Well, it's time to fish or cut bait for both teams as we're into the fourth quarter. Place, Murphy, Brzee, Burko, and Zapala. He had an open shot. Ooh, that was a tough pass for Brzee. 10-footer by Zapala, and that spins around a couple of times and manages to fall.
8-point game, Jonathan. They're hanging around. If they can keep this close to the last 3.5, 4 minutes, they might have a chance, but they got to step up on this end. They got to stop giving the Patriots these easy layups. You know, make them go to their weekend at least.
Well, they're going to bring Hadges back in the ball game here in a minute. Josh Roby, only 7 points. Don't say that very often about Josh Roby unless it's 6 minutes into the ball game. And I'm not sure what the referee blew the whistle for. It looked like the clock was moving.
I don't know. It looked like Coach Roy was looking down at Coach Thurston and saying something to the official, so I don't know what was being said.
Today's game is also available for all subscribers with the NFHS Network mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download it from the App Store or Google Play Store to start watching live and on-demand games wherever you are. So out comes Burko, in comes Hadges. Didn't hear a PA announcement as to the explanation of all that, but whatever, we're back to action.
No, it was something to do with Coach Roy saying that Coach Thurston was saying something, whether it was too far up the sideline or he thought he was saying something against his players or something, who knows, but.
Anyway, we're down to 6:50 here in this fourth quarter. Alex Leslie's been outstanding. He hands off to Wakeham, who pulls it back and gives to Josh Roby. Nobody in any real hurry to shoot for the Profile Patriots. This is an atypical game for them. Roby gets into the paint, feeds Clough. He gets it up. Good, and this is his second opportunity at an and one.
Dana's Collision Repair. For years, vehicle owners have made our second-generation collision repair shop in Farmington, New Hampshire, their only source of auto bodywork. Dana's Collision Repair has satisfied thousands of happy customers over the years and are ready to satisfy you. Find us online at danascollisionrepair.com and see for yourself why everyone calls Dana's. Let's go Tigers.
And he converts it this time. He didn't the previous time, but it's now an 11-point lead.
That was a big play all by Clough, set up by the penetration of Roby.
Hadges tried a difficult pass for...
yeah, and he had a 3-foot shot if he would have just looked at the rim.
And the turnovers have really been a problem for Farmington here in the second half. They've turned it over now 9 times in the second half. Good feed, Leslie to Clough, and they're... Nope. Let's see what they call a travel.
They called the travel on Leslie. I didn't see it. I mean, he does a very good job of that spin move, but.
Place, who scored 7 points in about the first 10 minutes of the game against Colebrook the other night. I don't think he has scored he scored 1 point in the games that I've seen of him since. So he hasn't been able to get involved too much in the offense. Hadges lost his dribble. And there's another, great play by Zapala to recover. Place kind of stole the ball away from Brzee and then missed the shot, and coming up with the rebound is Alex Leslie.
Yeah, and this is where it's difficult to guard the Patriots, because now they're all such good, they're all such good ball handlers, and now they can really spread the floor out, and you're going to have to come out and grab them, guard them, and it's going to be very hard for the Tigers.
Timeout called by Adam Thurston. He now only has 1 left as we get down towards the end of the game. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Subscribe to the NFHS network to watch live and on-demand events, coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sports nationwide. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com, your home for high school sports. And check out all the specials involved for our Ram Truck Month and President's Day sales event being released very soon. We're proud to bring you coverage of tonight's game. Partnership with NSN. Best of luck to all the teams in the playoffs from everyone at Crosstown Motors. And the NHIAA is proud to use products from Wilson Sporting Goods. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best, and that's what Wilson has offered for over 100 years. Learn more at wilson.com. And once again, thank you to Jenna Razis from the corporate sponsorship group at the NHIAA. It's going to be a difficult road to hoe here for the
Tigers. Yeah, I agree with you, Jonathan. Now, Profile's in no hurry. They can really spread it out. And I don't see them holding the ball for any length of time, that's for sure. They're going to spread it out, get everything really wide, and let Leslie or Roby probably beat them off the dribble, just like that.
Well, that's what happened. And Leslie, the only player in this game who has scored in all 4 quarters, Murphy, tries to get to the paint, has it knocked out of his hands, and they're going to say it's out of bounds off of either Plant or Wakeham. 13-point lead now with 4:50 to go. The winner of this game will take on Littleton at Colby Sawyer, and that will be on Saturday afternoon. And FHS will be there as Brzee hits the jump shot. His first basket of the ball game. And they're going to challenge in the backcourt a little bit. Hodges has to watch himself a little bit. He's got 4 fouls. And Hodges knocks it away from behind, but Mitch Roy is going to call for a timeout. Hodges kind of fortunate on the reach-in that he didn't get called for that foul. It didn't look like he fouled him, but sometimes you get called for that just because of the act itself.
Yeah.
4:26 remaining, an 11-point lead by the Profile Patriots, who have been, you could argue, they've been agonizingly, just bit by bit, pulling away from Farmington. They were trailing the entire first quarter, and then 3 from Danny Burnell gave them a 1-point lead going into the second quarter, and it's kind of been, like I said, it's been that agonizing, just bit by bit increase in the lead.
Certainly a really good effort by the Tigers. They certainly a far cry from losing by 43 like they did at the beginning of the year. Like I said, we don't know the details as far as if they were missing anybody or anything, but that's still a big difference.
Josh Roby holding. I don't imagine he in one of the playoff games he got to his 2,000th point for his career. So I don't think he sees a whole lot of games where he only scores 7 points, but that's the case right now. That foul will go on Zapala. He's got 2.
Yeah, I thought they were calling that on Murphy, so fortunately.
Actually, I take it back. They called it on Burko. And another whistle. And this is another foul on Burko. So it wasn't on the first one wasn't on Zapala. It was on Burko. And now that foul also called on Burko.
Gives them 4 fouls. Next one will put them over the limit. Profile still hasn't committed a foul.
Still 4 minutes to go, so Profile, and that actually might not be a bad strategy because Profile has not shot free throws well in this ball game, although a lot of times they get better towards the end. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Brzee, and Brzee claims he was hooked on that play. 3 on Cody Brzee. Have you always wanted a Jeep but never thought it was possible? Well, Littleton Chevrolet has a big deal for you. We're offering a pre-owned 2023 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sahara 4-wheel 4xE with 5,000 miles for $44,000. It's $11,775 under NADA retail. Now that's a big deal. Check it out on our website at littletonchevrolet.com. Come on down and experience the difference.
I'm guessing, Jonathan, this isn't the guy you want on the line if you're Farmington, though. I don't think Josh Roby's going to miss many.
He's 4 for 6 from the free throw line, 9 points in total, and the lead back up to 13. Hadges has a lane, has it knocked away, but he banks it up and good. It's the first player for Farmington in double digits with 10.
I'd be curious the ratio of how many fouls have been called against Farmington this game and how many have been called by that one official.
And Adam Thurston just turns his back on this official and walks away. Murphy has 4 fouls, as does Hadges. Now to the free throw line goes Caden Wakeham. He's 1 for 2 from the line. That's his only point in this ball game. Of course, the rules changed. There's no 1-on-1 anymore in high school basketball. And he doesn't get the roll that time. 40-29 with 3:35 to go. I'm wondering how many free throws in total the Patriots are going to end up shooting in this game, in this quarter.
Yeah, probably take these last 3.5 minutes could take a long time, Jonathan.
Hayden Place looking for some direction from Coach Thurston. They're going to have to move pretty quickly, though, trailing by 12.
Yeah, they can't, certainly can't hold the ball now.
And another tough feed. Hadges gets the runner-up, no good, and Clough grabs the rebound.
Yeah, they're going to have to get good shots, too. That probably wasn't the shot Coach Thurston would want.
Roby just trying to dribble out some time, and it looks like he just wants to get fouled. And Plant.
I was going to say, if you're Murphy, you got to realize you can't be the one fouling up there, though.
Roby tries to run by Brzee. He gets tied up, triple, quadruple teams. Murphy sends it up ahead for Hadges, and a foul will be called on Clough.
Good foul. I mean, it didn't hurt you any.
For many reasons. One, that's only the first foul on Clough, and secondly, it's not a shooting foul. Should I take that back? That's 2 on Clough, but even still. Murphy actually looks a little tired out there right now. He looks like he's trying to set up a 3. Tough pass for Place.
Yeah, they gotta go quick here. They can't keep holding the ball.
Hadges will take a long 3, and he nails it.
Big basket.
Demery Hadges with 13, and the lead's down to 9. 2:20 to go up at the other end. Leslie is going to call.
That's 5 on Murphy.
And Brzee comes to the bench. We're going to see Watson come into the game, and I'm not sure if he can say it, but that might be the end of it for Farmington. In comes Elwell and Watson, and Murphy will leave the game with his 5th foul. And he's a senior, so this could very well be his last game. He fouls out with 9 points. And as you can imagine, he's kind of distraught.
Yeah. Nothing to hang his head about, Played a heck of a game, gave his team a chance.
Leslie has 10 points in the second half after 7 in the first. And I'm not sure what happened right there. He just kind of fell backwards as he threw up an air ball on that free throw. Did I turn my head at the wrong time? What happened there?
I didn't see it either. I don't know if they came into him or not. I'm guessing this number 0 is a shooter, I'm thinking. Maybe not, but...
Hadges gets the runner-up, no good. Tapped around and grabbing the rebound. Plant up at the other end for Roby, and he lays it up and good.
Well, that should just about do it, Jonathan, I would think.
Roby hits double digits now. He's got 11. Yeah, some of the members of the crowd seem to think that's it. Hadges fakes the turnaround, now backs in on Plant. No good, and another rebound by Leslie. He goes coast to coast. No sidestep of Place. He missed the shot and grabbing the rebound. Hadges up ahead for a 3 by Hadges. Front iron no good, and the rebound grabbed by Roby.
one thing about Profile, I mean, they're winning the game. They get it sewn up, and, you know, most teams would hold the ball, but they're going to keep scoring no matter what. Going to make this game look, the score isn't going to indicate how close this game was, that's for sure.
Turnaround by Hadges, and he gets it. So great game by Demery Hadges. And Coach Thurston is going to call his final timeout with 1:03 to go and a 13-point deficit. You're watching this live coverage of Littleton and Profile in Farmington on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com is your destination for most comprehensive coverage of high school sports, from live games to full game replays and highlights. It's all there, NFHS.network.com. And you can relive all the incredible moments from today's matchup on demand at NFHSnetwork.com. A digital copy is also available for purchase. Just click the digital copy button under the event video player to download today's broadcast directly to your device, or to your device, or to your advice, perhaps. I'm sure this is kind of a disappointing conclusion. Murphy fouling out really kind of took the steam out of the team.
Yeah, I think, you know, if you're Farmington, you really don't have anything to hang your head out. Like I said, this is, you know, game is much closer than what the score indicates. And, you know, considering they lost at the beginning of the season by 40, to come in here and give these guys you know, all they wanted, that's for sure. You know, a few mistakes here and there, you know, defensively, and you know, and obviously, you know, those missed layups that they miss in the first half, especially. I mean, this Profile team is just too good to miss those layups against.
Roby tries to go by a couple of guys. He'll pull it back out to Wakeham.
I think if you're Farmington, you don't foul. You know, just keep playing hard maybe, but don't foul.
Wakeham.
This guy here calls another foul.
And the entire bench looks up to the sky on that one. 3 on Aiden Place. And shooting free throws will be Caden Wakeham. He has 2 points, both from the free throw line. He's 2 for 4 from the line. And we're going to see Leslie, Clough, Wakeham, Plant, and Josh Roby. Wakeham hits both free throws. It's now 49-34. Three-pointer by Elwell. That's a bit long, and grabbing the rebound is Wakeham. Down to 25 seconds. So it's going to be Littleton and Profile in the boys Division IV final. And they've already played twice against each other this season, with Profile coming away with wins both times. Those are the only blemishes on Littleton's record. So it should be a heck of a final as we're down to the end of the game. The final score is Profile 49 and Farmington 34.